Welcome everybody to the Ram Podcast. My name is the somewhat ravishing Rich Rude.
The mighty Mark.
Man, we fail so hard at intros. It's brilliant. Let's not change anything. Mark didn't even say anything. He just went, I
didn't expect you. The thing was, I didn't expect you to do one. I knew James was going to do just James, and that threw me. The mighty one.
I should expect it each and every week, but I still don't.
Welcome to the Ram Podcast, where we struggle to introduce ourselves in a mildly comedic way.
I love that cup.
Thank you, Temu. So basically, today what we're going to be doing is going through what we know about Mania so far, which is quite, I would say, significantly more based on when we spoke last time, which has been a good couple of weeks. So in no particular order, I've got stuff written down on here, of course. I guess we'll start with one of the most recent news, which is we've got a new United States champion, which was SAMI Zayn, who took the belt from Carmello Hayes, which I must admit did surprise me. James, I'm very eager to get your thoughts since your body language is reeking of approval. And
fantastic
thoughts, guys.
What a fantastic decision to waste Carmello Hayes at Mania.
Yeah.
Fuming. When I was watching it, I was like, oh no, they're actually going to let Sami win this.
Yeah.
Because they did the whole thing beforehand. Oh, Trick's got a match at Mania. Trick's been feuding with Sami. What are we going to do? And Sami won.
Yeah. Yeah. Correct decision. Get Trick Williams on the card for WrestleMania. Fully agree. He's way too over. People love chanting him. They like him. I'm not even sure if he's really a heel anymore because he's so over. He's just hit the company by storm. He's immediately brilliant. And then obviously they alluded to Sami versus Trick. And I was like, sure, why not? It's not really a match that definitely kind of in the piss break territory sort of match, but sure. I didn't think they were going to do this though, if I'm completely honest. And I do have to agree with James. I feel that Carmello has been cheated for this one, even though you could argue there's nobody else for Carmello Hayes to face. He's just fought Dragunov for the third time in an absolute banger, by the way. I just want to put that out there.
What they could have done is he's elevated the title, Carmello, up until that.
Yeah.
Until he lost it.
Yeah.
And then you take it off him just before Mania. Make it a fatal four-way.
Maybe.
That would have been a great match. Trick, Melo, Dragunov, Zayn. Do the four. But have Melo walk in as champion. If you want him to drop the title to Trick at Mania, then fair enough, because of how over, like you say, Trick is. Don't let him lose it on SmackDown a couple of weeks beforehand and be like, oh.
Yeah, and Carmello Hayes versus Trick Williams is a far more interesting match. I know, no disrespect to my boy SAMI Zayn, but I was like, these two would have a cracking match together, and dare I say, would be a great opener for Mania.
Yeah. Mark,
okay, the enthusiasm's not the same.
I don't think they knew exactly how to get SAMI Zayn onto the card for a start. But also, he had the United States Championship a few months ago.
Yeah.
Lost it.
Yeah.
And then it's back in his hands. Why do all of that transition to put it back? And the only thing I can think of is they didn't want Carmello to lose to Trick at Mania and hurt Carmello. And having him lose in a bit of a shitty finish on SmackDown.
Yeah.
And then Sami can drop the belt to Trick. And then going forward, you can have a feud with Carmello and Trick going forward.
I guess so. I personally, considering, I know that Trick is still new to the card, but having Carmello lose to Trick Williams, I don't think would hurt Carmello at all, in my opinion, because he's had so many title defenses, and I'm like, yeah, he is. You take where Carmello Hayes was a year ago in comparison to where he is now. He was a jobber Like he was like a really underutilized jobber, and now he's actually a recognized house name. Like,
But you think about it.
proud.
You think about it this way: it's a
Mm.
Mania match for Sammy and Trick. What are they going to get? 10, 15 minutes. Carmello's been doing 30, 25-minute matches on SmackDown, making that belt mean something.
Yeah,
They're not going to give them a 25-minute match, Trick and Carmello at Mania,
so.
to make it that good. They're not
Mm.
going to do it.
What? Correct me if I'm wrong. They've done the whole Carmello trick before on NXT. That's where before I was watching it. They've done so there's that past history there, and then Carmello got the call up and Trick stayed obviously for a long time.
Did they not
eventually he has now got the call up.
NXT rematches on the main roster? Like,
I mean, honestly, they
try and avoid it.
It is a different audience, and one thing that I did see that they were advertising Stand and Deliver, which is the NXT show for WrestleMania weekend. God, there is not enough weekend for the amount of wrestling that you're gonna get for that weekend when you add NXT to the equation. And one thing that came to light was Johnny Gargano. Basically sort of comes out in a very, his whole character at the moment is very like, I can't do this anymore, I don't belong here, and blah blah blah. But the reaction that he got from the NXT crowd was like, it was like, oh my god, Gargano's back. Like on the main roster, he might as well be the lighting guy. It is just nothing there at all. So it is a different crowd. Like some people at NXT will check out the main card of Mania, but the people who watch Mania won't necessarily check out NXT. So yeah, you can do that. You could definitely get away with it. And there have been many times over the years where I thought NXT takeovers or stand and delivers or whatever they were called takeovers, weren't they? They were better than Mania itself. for like many years, I was like, NXT is killing it, to be quite honest. So but it has been a while since I've watched it. So yeah, I reckon you could do that. I'm a bit flummoxed on this one. Yet again, confirming that obviously WWE are very much. There has been very little planning going into this. They are very much making this up as they go along each week. It almost, to me, kind of feels like the Raw and SmackDown kind of feel more like test pilots each week, like listening to crowd reactions when wrestlers come onto camera, they're gauging it and going, okay, Loud Pop needs to think about him for Mania, because they are struggling to sell tickets. So they're just like, how do we get this card up? Like, how do we get this better so we can actually sell the tickets?
One thing I would say about this match, Sammy and Trick.
Yeah,
it's a very interesting thing because Sammy is sort of borderline, and he's now took advantage of a bad situation, which has started to make it more heelish.
Yeah,
whereas Trick is getting a face reaction from the crowd.
Yeah,
but he's a heel. So at Mania, we're going to have those roles defined more, and Trick becomes a face, Sammy becomes a heel.
I actually thought the same thing, Mark. I was like, I've got a feeling that there's maybe going to be a little bit more to this match. I think that probably that they might put the belt on Trick. I wouldn't disagree with that. But I also think
they will.
Yeah, it looks likely, but I think this is probably going to be a Sammy heel turn. Why not? At this point, it's like he's not doing anything as a face. He's just sort of out back complaining, like it's his fault. That's how he's been booked. But it's like we don't know what to do with Sami Zayn. He's a big name, but we don't really know what to do with him.